Hello again. Our third tutorial is about cropping your clips. Now when you're thinking of composition, you want to fill the screen with intriguing information and not a lot of what we call dead space. Here my son was filming me make his icy, and he seems to have a natural ability to kind of move in close on what he wants the audience to see because it's what he's interested in seeing. So he's basically composed this nicely. Just the ices, just enough information to see my hands so that you know what I'm doing. He's not done that on every shot. So earlier, he has a shot where he's playing with his dog, and it's intruded on by this big finger. Everybody see it? Yeah. Right here. So, we would like to crop that out. Now the way we can do that is to select our clip by double clicking it. You'll notice the yellow highlighted box around it. Find a spot where we can see what we want cropped out, like here. That'll freeze it there, theoretically. So if you see these two right angles together, universal sign for cropping, we're going to click it. We're going to hit crop, and it's going to allow us to move our frame around. You still want to try to keep your ratio, but I'm going to move this so that his finger is not going to be able to be seen. When we're done, we're going to hit the check mark. It's going to adjust it for us, and now his finger's not there. So when I pull it back to the beginning of the clip, it's just him playing with his dog and the dog running up. Before that, him playing with his dog, the giant pink finger in the left hand side of the screen. So you can crop to fill the screen with only the visuals and information that you want to see. One other cropping technique is called Ken Burns, named after the famous documentary maker Ken Burns, who kind of pioneered this, and it's mainly used for still images. So here we have a still image of my son being super silly, and for Ken Burns we need to actually have it put into our project, and you'll see that the crop option has now changed. Crop to fill, fit, Ken Burns. What Ken Burns cropping does is takes a still picture and adds some movement. So we can get the option by double clicking. It's going to default do it for you. So if you hit spacebar to watch it, it's going to move your picture a little bit. Basically, moving things are more interesting to look at than still images. But to adjust the movement, double click, and you'll see a start and an end. You'll know which one you're working with because the dotted line or solid line indicates which frame you're on. So right now we're on start. Plus when I move it, the start's moving. So let's start kind of wide on him. And then we're going to move closer in to his childlike eyes. So he can go from being goofy to kind of see the joy that he's having making these films. Now, the longer the distance it has to travel, the faster the zoom will be. And we hit OK to watch the results. Move our cursor to the beginning, hit spacebar. I'm just going to zoom in on his eyes. Now you can use this technique also in reverse to pull away from things. Like if we wanted to start with his eyes being all cute and innocent, and then end with you revealing to the audience his silly goofy face, that would work also. You just have to be aware of where your start and where your end is set. Alright, hit our check mark when we're done. So right now the audience thinks, oh, he's happy, and you pull out to reveal his goofiness. Alright, well this has been cropping and showing you what Ken Burns is. Please stay tuned for our next tutorial which will be about placing and trimming your clips.